Today I let the coffee crew be in charge of the commander ban list. All right, we did part 1. If you want to see part 1, the link in the description. We're going on part 2. All right, we're up to reoccurring nightmare. Do we unban this thing? All right, coffee crew, sculpt the new ban list. No, EDH is not vintage. All right, what are these comments here? I say ban Ristic Steady, but you know what? So after we're done with the ban list, we're gonna go over all the cards you suggest. Not just you, Tommy. I mean the whole coffee crew out there. Whether they should be banned or not, and we'll let democracy rule. We got Palpatine here. Unban the Power 9. That's a bit risky. I don't know about that one. Honestly, I don't really mind that much. I find that Commander almost feels like vintage sometimes anyway. Even though Abzo says no, EDH isn't vintage. Well, they got a lot of vintage power level cards. You know, you don't have Black Lotus. You have something called Jeweled Lotus. And amongst a bunch of other, like, in my opinion, Soul Ring should eke out Time Twister on the Power 9. That's a Power 9 card everyone gets to play with. Alright, are we unbanning? Oh, what does this card do? Okay, black 2 generic enchantment. Sacrifice a creature, return recurring nightmare to its owner's hand. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery. Why is this even banned? Is it just because it's a reanimator card? Like, how many other reanimator cards are there? Yeah, reoccurring nightmare. 3 mana to do nothing. These days, I would agree. Abzo trying to ban me now. Only I can ban me. Yeah, I'll bite. What cards does this go infinite with? I have no idea. Survival of the Fittest makes this card insane. So what? It's technically a 3-card combo. Survival of the Fittest, some creature, and reoccurring nightmare. Is that really so bad? Do we not have enough 2-card combos in EDH? All right, so unban. It's been a minute, so we're unbanning it. Reoccurring Nightmare is unbanned. What an unjustly banned that was. Okay, ooh, this is an interesting one. Raffelos. The green mana creating guy. Are we unbanning this fellow? I have to ask the coffee crew. Now, it is a green 2/1 elf druid. That is legendary. That's very important because that could be your commander. You can tap and add a green to your mana pool for each forest you control. So many people swear to me that this card is broken. It's like, what is this? Like Gaia's Cradle? Except, well, I mean, okay, Gaia's Cradle is like sort of fair. I'm not gonna say it's fair, but like the creatures need to be on the battlefield. It's harder to blow up the forests. The forests will always be there, but at the same time, you won't be able to play with as many utility lands like Gaia's Cradle. And who's playing with forests these days anyway? Shouldn't half your mana base be like Mana Rocks and Soul Ring and so on? I've seen them see EDH games. There's more artifacts on the battlefield than there are lands. So Abe says they need to bring back banned as commander. So you think this is totally fair in the 99? Fair in the 99, but unfair as the commander. And it's green of all things. Of all the formats to people to worry about elves, really now EDH? Well, it's not the elves. This is like, you know, it's an elf card that could go anywhere, essentially. Christopher B., an oft-forgotten character in the Weatherlight Saga. At least give him a retrain or a callback in Dominaria United. Like a flip card or something. You can flip into Raffelos. Gaia's Cradle is way scarier with all the insane token creation. See? Schrodinator knows what's up. Free my boy Golet. We already talked. I think they did free him. I think the coffee crew did free that fellow. I'm less okay with Raffelos now that Yavanaya exists, or Yavanaya or Yavamaya. What the hell is Yavanaya? Yavanaya. Yavamaya? I don't know what this is in reference to. Unless this is a mix mash between Yavamaya and Naya. Iona casting cost is absurd. Unban Iona. I can't remember if we did unban Iona or not. Does it go infinite? Not a problem. Does it make a lot of mana real quick? Slow down now. Alright, but what does the coffee crew say? 55% of you say unban Raffelos. So, Raffelos, Congratulations, you are unbanned. This is under the Coffee Crew ban list. Yavamaya from Honor. Oh, Cradle of Growth. That's what you're talking about, right? Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. So it combos with this card. Yavamaya, Cradle. So everything's a forest. Each land is a forest in addition to its other type. So this guy gets to make absurd amounts of mana now. What a combo! Welcome, Michael. Welcome back. The stream never left. All right. So next up, we're gonna take a look at. Did we not look at this card? I could have swore we did, but maybe we didn't. It's Shahrazad. It's Shahrazad, the card that gives you more games upon games. You get to play like 10 games within one game. You get 2 games for the price of 1. Are we unbanning Shahrazad? White sorcery. Players... Hold on, I'm just going to read the Oracle text. The actual text is way longer. Players play a Magic sub-game using their libraries as their decks. Each player who doesn't win the sub-game loses half of their life rounded up. That's amazing in EDH, because then you go into the sub-game, you could dome 3 people for like 20 damage. 3 people. Ratchets is like, let's unban it for the meme. Copy it 50 times or something. Oh, God. That's what, if you copy it 50 times, that people just scoop, even though they're not really, like, even though you're not really threatening to win. Although, technically, if you copy it 50 times, I mean, you would have to win a lot of those sub-games to keep your life total high. Otherwise, I think everyone's life total would just get drained down to 1. It'd basically say, you know, go down to 1 life. Unban it, use it as a threat. Yeah, I'm going to threaten to play Shahrazad. Each deck must contain that card. Oh, God. Yes, I play a loose game of sub-game of sub-game of sub-games. If Commander can go for a very long time, then Shahrazad will make it twice as long. Or quadruple times as long. Alright, you guys don't like this card. Alright, this is gonna stay banned. Because it's a stupid card. Next up, we got the Sundering Titan. It's 8 mana! What on earth is wrong with this thing? Alright, what do you get for 8 mana? I know you blow up a bunch. Oh yeah, it's the land destruction Titan, isn't it? Yeah, no one likes anything that closely or even remotely resembles Armageddon. Okay, got a 7/10 golem. Enters the battlefield or leaves the battlefield. Choose the land of each basic land type, then destroy those lands. And it hurts extra hard. This is where the mono players, if you're on mono Raphaelos, if you're on mono, I don't know, mono Urza, you're going to benefit because you don't have so many land types for people to eat up. I guess you can combo this with like Urborg and Yavamaya. Then everyone has a forest, everyone has a swamp. Then you get to snipe off whatever you want. But outside of that, yeah, it's just going to blow up the person who's playing the Wooburg. Look, you can't freely play Wooburg, alright? There's got to be a cost to it. But my mana! Ban because feels bad. Stop feeling so bad, yeah. Unban it because I recently drafted one. Yeah, what is this thing worth? This thing's worth $1. That's right. Commander has so much power over the secondary market. So much power. Oops. If it's legal, it's worth $1 billion. It's worth billions. If it's not legal, it's banned. You know, of course, if it's not legal, that's a Nikachu moment right there. If it's not legal, it's worthless. Simple as that. Boring card is boring. That's an exciting card. Like, don't touch my Sundering Titan or I'm gonna blow up your lands. Very political card. You could just play Armageddon. Yeah, but this is a creature. And also, Armageddon blows up your lands too. Sundering Titan won't necessarily touch your lands. I mean, it will if it has to. By the way, how is this banned? Yeah, exactly. How is this banned and Cataclysm isn't? There's other Sundering Titan-like cards. But Cataclysm, I believe, is a white card. This is colorless, so anyone can play it. This can be completely one-sided. People nowadays play almost no basic lands. Many decks are not even affected by it. No, but people play dual lands, tri-lands, and they are affected by it. Because you just have to hit a basic land type, not a basic land. So if you have Underground Sea, that's going to be the swamp. If someone has, I don't know, Ketria Triome, that can be the island, and so on. Aren't there enough non-basic lands available to use only non-basics and no basic lands? Remember, it's basic land type. It doesn't hit basic lands. I think people are confused here. So now suddenly people are like, oh, that's why it's banned. Oh, it can blow up all of my dual lands and my tri lands. Can't blow up fetch lands though. All right, are we unbanned? We're unbanning it. All right, Sundering Titan is unbanned thanks to the Coffee Crew. You've been freed. Keep track of the Coffee Crew ban list. All right, what do we got next? Oh, I think this is one of those dexterity cards. Sway. Oh no, it's not a. I'm thinking of something else. Sway of the Stars. A blue. 8 generic. It's a sorcery. Each player shuffles his or her hand, graveyard, and permanents he or she owns into his or her library, then draws 7 cards. Each player life total becomes 7. This is just like an awkward time twister. What's so, like, okay, they just unbanned Wildfire. What is wrong with this? There's nothing wrong with this. This should be just like a standard card. It's Time Twister plus a little bit of like Wildfire-ish stuff. Yeah, no, Wildfire is legal. They legalized that thing. This thing's legal. Hold on, can I show you? There's the legality. It's legal in command. They unbanned it. They unbanned it. Said, this card's silly on the ban list, and it ends games. And we can say the same thing about Sway of the Stars. It's gonna end games. So this thing looks like it's unjustly on the ban list. It is just a really expensive time twister. And there's nothing wrong with the life totals going really low, because you're gonna finish the game off. If there's one thing I've heard from you guys, it's like, we need to end the games. Anything that ends the games is totally fine. And we got Millmaster here with the $5. Ban EDH, ban CEDH. Send all the Commander players to standard re-education camp. I don't know about that. I don't want to go to standard re-education camp. Go to modern re-education camp. Okay. It only says permanents each player owns. So what about tokens? That's a permanent. Like anything on the battlefield is a permanent. I finally created a custom card. Are you playing on? Not this week. Next. It's always this every second Wednesday. So whenever Wednesday was the last one I did custom cards, that will be the next one. All right, you guys. You say yes. We're gonna unban Sway of the Stars. I completely agree. All right. Sway of the Stars is unbanned. Yeah, tokens are permanents. Anything on the battlefield is a permanent. Nikachu, to be fair, the ban list is very random with the rule 0 cop-out. Yeah, well, that's how the world works. But they do reevaluate the ban list every so often. They do it. One day Sway of the Stars is going to come back. Okay, here's a wild one. I don't I mean, I guess I'm not like a slow how do I put it? Battle Cruiser Commander to see how busted this card is. We got Sylvan Primordial. Green, 5 generic, 6/8 avatar with reach. Now here's the thing. When it enters the battlefield, for each opponent, destroy target non-creature permanent that player controls. For each permanent destroyed this way, search your library for a force card and put that card on the battlefield tapped and shuffle your library. So it basically like blows it, like it's a, how do I put it? It's a huge ramp card, that's for sure. It enters the battlefield, for each opponent destroy a non-creature permanent that player controls. So you get hit, you get hit, and I get a bunch of forests. So it's ramp and creature destruction. But it's like, as far as I'm concerned, this is just a big, I don't know how to put it. It's just a big removal spell. And for crying out loud, it's 7 mana. Use it with Flash. Didn't they ban Flash? Flash is banned. Or I can't remember if it's still banned on our list, but it's by itself, it's fine. With Raphaelos, it's busted. So basically, it's only busted with other busted cards on the ban list. You can destroy lands with this one. Can you? Hold on. For each one, destroy target non-creature permanent. Oh yeah, you can blow up lands. Ah, I get it. You don't want it to blow up your lands. How many lands do you have in play at this point? It's 7 mana. And it's only for each player. You get to, they blow it, you lose 1 land. Only 1. You know what? I just had an aha moment. I think Commander players, and this is sort of well known within the community, or at least people who make content, Commander players don't put enough lands in their deck. If there's anything they cut, it's like, I can cut a land, I can cut this land, I want to make room for this, I'll cut another land, I've got enough mana rocks, it's all going to be fine. So I guess the mana base is so damn precious that they can't stand it when, like, they're 1 or 2 lands. And they might be mana screwed already. Like, get this. You might have, you know, you might be stuck on 2 lands doing nothing for 7 turns. And all of a sudden, someone plays Sylvan Primordial. And that's just salt in the wound. You were already mana screwed, and now you're mana dumpstered. Cascade into this, or use of... I have no idea how you cascade into a 7 mana card. EDBs are crazy these days. Seems like a crybaby ban. No, but now I'm getting it. Now I'm getting, like, people don't have enough lands in their decks, so they're like, don't touch my lands. Oh, we're 50-50 on this one. I gotta wait until it's a bit of a change, and then that's what's gonna happen. Wow, you guys are split. All right, we're unbanning it. Sylvan Primordial, you get another chance at life. You're unbanned. Plus, with cards like Crucible of the Worlds, this card is not crazy. Well, do you really want to have the Crucible in your deck? All right, next up. Oh my god. Time Vault. Where's the OG Time Vault? I want to see a better looking Time Vault. There we go. It's got that OG feel to it. Okay, effectively, it's a 2-mana artifact that enters the battlefield tapped. And it doesn't untap. I mean, you could have it untap during your untap step, but if you do, if you have Time Vault untap, then you have to skip your turn. If you would begin your turn while Time Vault is tapped, you may skip that turn instead. If you do untap Time Vault, and then you can tap it to take an extra turn after this one. But there's a lot, like, all you have to do is use any means to untap this with other cards like Voltaic Key, I think Manifold Key, was it not Back to Basics? Mind Over Matter. So there's a lot of means of, you know, basically cheating this thing to untap. You have infinite turns after that. Because your artifacts or anything else is good. Like, you're going to get an extra card from Mind Over Matter. You're also going to get an untap step with your Manifold Key or Voltaic Key. Time Vault seems fun. Well, yeah, it's fun to end the game on the spot. It's also not fun buying this thing. Unban it. Revel in the mistakes of... Well, back then they had a hard time untapping it, if I remember. Like, I think there was only Twiddle. I think only Twiddle untapped this thing. That wasn't the most broken thing of all time. There are commanders that unban artifacts. That's broken. Yeah, totally broken. Most beautiful card ever. Yeah, and we can't use it anywhere except for, I don't know, literally vintage. Jacob's like, again! By itself, not busted. But with Voltaic Key. Annoying. What do you mean annoying? With Voltaic Key, it's game over. It's completely game over. New Itali cascades into this. Twiddle Vault was the OG thing. But how could you recur the Twiddle? Like maybe with regrowth or something? Like, I don't know how you keep it going. Like, you get like a few extra turns, fine, but I don't think it's that great. Okay, Michael says, those who were able to play against it knows how broken it is. Oh, I don't debate that. This card is broken as hell. But the question is, there's a lot of broken cards in Commander. Hell, I could say Soul Ring is broken. All right, you guys don't like this card. So it's gonna stay banned. Too strong, even for the power-crept Commander players out there. Oh my god, what are people gonna judge on this one? Time Walk. I think the original art is very scary looking. Not a huge fan. I prefer the digital one. Okay, are we unbanning Time Walk? Do we need to give power back to blue? Because green seems to have everything. The only thing green can't do is get extra turns. All right, a blue 1 generic sorcery. Take an extra turn after this one. It's as simple as that. Now, believe it or not, most of the time, for a lot of blue decks, this is like an explore. Like, they don't get a whole lot of value out of this thing. I've played this in Vintage Cube a million times. It's pretty underwhelming. If you can somehow maybe, like, I don't know, replay it from your graveyard, maybe that's okay, but it's not the best. It's great. I'm not debating that it's bad. It's a bad card, but it acts like explore more often than you would think. It's just like turn 2, time walk. Okay, I draw another card, I get another land drop, and that's it. You pass the turn. Acts like explore way more often than you would think. So I guess green already has time walk. They literally have explore. I can't believe I haven't put that together. Green has had time walk the entire time. And it's legal in Modern. Jesse, why not people being annoying with extra turns do it fine without time walk? Amy Weber's art. What's she smoking? Yeah, what does this have to do with time and a walk? I would understand if, like, the skeleton got, like, more fleshed out as, like, I don't know, the thing went on. But maybe, I don't know, maybe this was some art for some other card and they're like, I'll just slap it onto time walk. My extra turn deck would be broken after this unban. No guard should be, well, I don't know about that. I mean, there is no ban. I heard, like, Post Malone plays no ban EDH with his friends. Their time and their walking. The faces are clocks. Oh! I didn't notice that. It's hard to see. I didn't notice that. All right. That, like, sort of makes sense. That is true. Yeah, they have clock faces and they are walking. But why are they skeletons? Why was that necessary? Yeah, green does have a time. Yeah, well, explores that time walk. Stored decks love this to the heavens. They would. Does that matter, though? Like, really? Actually, do they even want time walk? Because then they would kill off their Storm. I don't think Storm would actually play this card. Or I guess they could play this card, but it's like, it's not the greatest improvement to the deck. Nikachu, seed time is the time. Oh yeah, seed time is the green time walk. You need someone to play their own time walk to get their time walk. Yeah, I forgot about seed time. All right, what do you guys think? Oh, you don't want time walk to be unbanned. All right, time walk. Power 9 is still Power 9. It stay banned. All right, what do we think about this Goliath? Tinker. There have been gigantic archetypes banned on the spot because of this card. For a blue and 2 generic, we have a sorcery. At the time that you play Tinker, sacrifice an artifact, anything. Just could be the mana rock that you use to cast this card. Search your library for an artifact card and put that artifact into play. Shuffle your library afterwards. There are a lot, so after, doing this show for a very long time, it seems like the de facto best artifact that you can probably get is Golus's Citadel, which is still, like, it's a really good value card. Like, basically, you're playing Tinker for value. But there is no way that you can just end the game with a Tinker. It doesn't exist. I mean, unless you had Time Vault in your deck, but that one's banned. Even on the Coffee Crew ban list, it's still banned. So Summer's like, no way, that danger. Unban it, do it. Like, what are you gonna go get? Sphinx of the Steel Wind? Blightsteel Colossus? I don't even think Blightsteel would even matter. Place Blightsteel a GG. Because you have 3 other opponents, and it doesn't have haste. So, I mean, you have to, and if you just block it, it does trample, but if you block it, it's like, it's not gonna kill them. Round 1 Blightsteel. And you can still kill the Blightsteel Colossus. Remember, Blightsteel can still get hit by, like, Swords to Plowshares and Path to Exile and Solitude. Could be tapped down. Doesn't have hexproof or anything like that. It's a good play. No, don't get me wrong, but you're gonna be the immediate target. They got Blightsteel out. Go get them. Tinker for Memory Jar back in the day. Yeah, that was a line. Ooh, Memory Jar and Narset. That sounds brutal. That could be broken. Yeah, that's a good one. Tragic Slip the Colossus. Yeah, do that too. Use it to fetch Trinisphere. Oh, is Trinisphere good in EDH? I'm sure that's probably part of the stacks decks. Yeah, Bolus's Citadel wins games. Turn 1 Citadel is danger. Absolutely. How about Squandered Resources? Is that a banned card, or is that a card you can get? Squandered Resources. Well, you can't get that. That's an enchantment. This only gets artifacts. All right, you guys say no. Some of you have lived the Tinker days. Was anyone around the Urza, like the combo summer of Urza Saga? You would have had flashbacks with Tinker. Tinker was there, and then it was gone. All right, I don't know how much support there will be for this card, because you either support Tolarian Academy or you bash Gaia's Cradle. We got the Academy. This is like one of the... Is it the best land in the game? Outside of a basic land, of course. Legendary land, tap, add a blue to your mana pool for each artifact you control. Now, what makes this, like, supremely better over, say, Gaia's Cradle is it's easier to have artifacts on the battlefield. It's way harder to interact with them. Creatures, they just die to a small breeze, you know? But artifacts are forever. And because they're there for forever, you're going to add incrementally more and more blue mana for every artifact that hits the battlefield. So some people say Cradle is better. Ban, so some, yeah, ban the Cradle. Yes, unban, let artifact decks have this. How strong are artifact decks at the moment anyway? I'm actually not familiar with the artifact. I would love to build an artifact deck. Blue with artifacts, that's totally up my alley. I should probably make a second commander deck. One's a Merfolk deck. One could be an artifact deck. With Urza. Yeah, now I'm going to look up Urza lists after this. Anyone that can ship me EDH Commander, EDH Commander Urza list, get into my comment section. Your treasures are now... Yeah, there we go! And treasures are already a problem. We already know treasures are a problem. So now the treasures get even more broken with the Academy. I think it should be unbanned. Broken, but not Black Lotus. It's gonna be worse than Black Lotus. Black Lotus is overrated. Like, if Black Lotus was such a problem, then probably Jeweled Lotus would be banned on the spot. It's a one-shot deal. You one and done. You blow your load, and then that's it. Tolarian Academy, that's mana every single turn, and it can get worse and worse every turn. Yeah, Mind Over Matter also makes this OP. This would need a crazy amount of reprints if it was unbanned. And it would never happen because it's on the reserve list. Tolarian is so bad if it gets unbanned. Oh, no. That's why I play Shatterstorm. Toads is ready for violence. Like, I'm not playing artifacts, but I'll blow up your artifacts. Black Lotus would be busted with Bridge. What, Bridge from below? Or which Bridge? Soul Ring is untouchable in EDH, so Lotus no problem. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of vintage drafts where Soul Ring is above and beyond better than Black Lotus. I don't think Commander players know how good they have it that they get to play with Soul Ring. One of the most broken cards of all time. You have to wait for the stream ends, and don't leave a link. I will get, because it'll get buried. So if you can post an actual list, then great. I would look at it. CDH, please. I want the hardcore of hardcore decks. Mono blue hardcore is up my alley. Okay, how quickly would you jump on a new set that had Merfolk artifact creatures as a faction? Oh my god, I would love that. The Phyrexians invading the Merfolk world. We're unbanning this? I'm all for it. I'm a blue player. I can't wait to play with Academy. If the green players have Cradle, we should have Academy. That was why I didn't think you'd unban that. I didn't think the Coffee Crew would unban that one. All right, there's just enough blue players in this chat. All right, next we go Trade Secrets. This is that stupid political card where basically two players get to decide, two players that are going to lose the game. Are we unbanning Trade Secrets? It will end too. I guess it's a super unfun card. Blue, 1 generic. Sorcery. Target opponent draws 2 cards. Then you draw up to 4 cards. That opponent may repeat this process as many times as he or she chooses. So, So basically, one person gets to draw 2, the other player gets to draw 4, but effectively, both players get to draw as many cards as they want. And then, yeah, they just have a dominant lead over the other players at the table. Yeah, this card is just a circle jerk. No, it's not! 2 people are not in the circle. That's the problem. If everyone was part of the circle, maybe it would be different. This is 2 people jerking and 2 people watching the jerking. That's the problem. If you could let the other 2 people get in on the jerking, then this card would be fine. Probably would be fine. Yeah, turn 1 to 2 players have their whole deck in hand. Yeah, exactly. The whole deck. Yeah, just jerk, no circle. This circle jerk lacks a circle. As long as you have the blue ley line and enough mana, you win with Lab and Thoracle combo. Well, I mean, the person who draws 2 cards could just deny it. Like, it just could end up being just a... You know, you just draw 4 cards, the other person draws 2, and then ends it. You sort of do have to depend on one player drawing 2 cards over and over and over and over again. Just look away. What would happen if you had a hive mind when you cast Trade Secrets? Oh, God! Well, I mean, I guess you have to wait for each one to resolve. Each one would resolve first. So you cast Hive Mind, everyone else is going the stack first, and you might lose. Because you may not want to do that. The last person who gets a Trade Secrets probably will not choose you. And then you could end up losing, because they draw their whole deck first. It says up to 4, not 4, so you don't actually have to draw 4. Yeah, you can, you don't deck yourself. So you can opt to stop at some point. Keep casting Misdirection to make everyone draw their decks. Target opponent draws up to 2 cards, then you draw up to 4 cards. So you could just misdirect the thing to you if you want to. I think that's just how it works. That's cool. Keep casting Misdirection to make everyone draw their deck. Well, you can't force them to draw their whole deck, even if you misdirect this thing on you. Alright, what do you guys say? You say, oh, it's close! It's a 50-50! It's a 50-50! Where is it going? We need more people voting. Palpatine needs your votes. True, printed in EDH Precon. Oh, was it? Yeah, Commander of 2011. They made... Mistakes were made. Oh my god, we're unbanning it. Alright, you guys say that we're unbanning it. Alright, we're gonna unban... We're gonna look to vote on more cards in EDH, but we have to thank our sponsor, FusionGamingOnline.com. Can we see most of Fusion Gaming? We can! Alright, deal of the week this week is, say, 15%... Or, sorry, this is the last day. You get 15% off all Modern Horizons 2 singles and sealed product. Get your Solitudes and Endurances and Griefs and all your other Evoke Elementals at FusionGamingOnline.com. Also, don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout. Saves you money, and it supports the channel. Get yourself 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. Your ability to play any deck, any format, anytime you want. I've been playtesting Legacy for forever, thanks to Mana Traders, and you can playtest the format of your choice. When you use my, hold on, I gotta change this. Hold on, it's something else. Use coupon code Nikachu_PG2. PG2. There we go. To get 10% off your first 2 months at manatraders.com. All right, let's get back to voting on banned Magic cards. Okay, we got 2 more, and then we're gonna vote on cards that are legal. Upheaval. Why do people hate this card so much? Okay, I guess it's a reset the game type of card. People hate those cards. Wildfire, or was it Worldfire? Worldfire was fine because it put everyone to 1. It seems like everyone has people don't like the game. You know, some people like the game to go long, but not too long. And if the game goes for like 2 hours, it's a problem for everybody. All permanence is too wild. It resets the lands. It doesn't reset life totals though. It's basically World Purge, but a mana cheaper. And it's in blue. It kills... Oh, that's right. It kills tokens. Lemony Shift. Are you a token player? Do you feel the squeeze of your tokens getting blasted away? Jess is like, I like long games. That's why some of you play regular EDH. If you want to play... If you want the game to be done in like 3 to 4 turns, you play CEDH. Danger! It's kind of weird that this is banned and World Purge is fine. What is World Purge? World Purge. So same, what is it? Same thing? So we got Azorius, 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 but it's 8 mana, not 6. Return all permanents to their owner's hands. Each player chooses up to 7 cards in his or her hand, then shuffles the rest into his or her library. Empty all mana pools. Ah, so this like, basically, this even resets the game even more, but it's more expensive. I think Upheaval is pretty reasonable to cast and then just spew at your hand at the same time. I saw the latest video on the main channel. Oh yeah. I gotta get back to posting on the main channel, that's for sure. With Teferi's Protection Commander, definitely don't unban. I think World Purge being 2 mana more and having another color matters a lot. That's true. You do have to be in the Azorius colors if you want to play that card in your commander deck. Alright, you like the idea of unbanning this thing. Alright, we're gonna unban Upheaval. It's one of those silly cards. Why was it banned in the first place? Now some people are just groaning, oh god, we're unbanning Upheaval. But it is interesting how much the community thinks differently from the ban list. Or maybe we just have a more hardcore group around here. Next up, we've got something super broken. We have Yawgmoth's Bargain. This is like, I do, whoops. I want to get rid of one. There we go. This is supposedly more broken than Necropotence. I don't know about that. Like, I get it. You can just pay the life, you get the card immediately. Necropotence is like a delayed draw card, but there's like a lot of things you can do at instant speed, okay? So Necropotence is pretty broken, and it's 3 mana. This one's 6 mana. Yeah, chat just unbans everything. They want to see the ban list be free. Community or commune. Mr. Deadhead wants snakes. Unban it for the Kex. It's like channel for draw. Yeah, it is. It's like channel for draw. Skip your draw step, pay a life, draw a card. And what, I mean, Commander, you've got 40 life. All right, I'll just spend the whole 40 life. Give me the whole deck. Give me like, okay, I guess half-ish of the deck. What a steal I got at the store today. Yeah, Yawgmoth. How many people, like, had someone in their playgroup play something like this? And they'd be like, why doesn't nobody play Yawgmoth's Bargain? This card is insane. That stuff like that happens in Commander all the time. How often... Okay, here's a good question. How often does someone in their playgroup show up with a banned card? And they're like, I didn't know it was banned. Summer! Keep it banned. This can go pretty crazy. Peer into the Abyss is pretty much the exact same thing, but 7 mana? It's probably a little bit different, though. The community wants to experience playing with these banned cards. How many actually play with Tolarian Academy when it was legal in Standard? Very briefly. Well, okay, in Standard you could play with 4 of them. That's the difference. You could play with 4 Tolarian Academy. That's wild. Makes me wonder if, like, if we took the best Standard deck from every era, who would win? Would it be like that Time Spiral thing? Would it be the most broken thing ever? Or would like a Thoughtseize Force of Will or like Duress Force of Will deck be even better? Questions that need answering. We need a standard format that lets you play with any standard deck from any era. It just has to be only cards from the block of its time. My friend played with Maelstrom Archangel and his Angel Commander, not realizing it's not legendary. Oh. It looks legendary, damn it! My friend played Paradox Engine as Emery deck for months until we learned it was banned. Oh, Paradox Engine, that's right. Looks so innocent. Yeah, Legacy Standard, exactly. A new format. Alright, you guys don't like this card. All right, it's banned. All right, now you guys, it's time. You get to choose. We're done with the banning and unbanning of the cards. What card should we look at to see if they should be banned? This is probably the most heated. No one likes their cards getting banned. People love and hate banning discussions. No one touch my cards. People say, all right, so what are we? Well, let's start off. Let's go start with Dockside. This is a card that's pretty. I'll start it off with Dockside. You guys can name cards as we go on. Dockside Extortionist. Question is ban. It comes out quick. It's a red 1 generic. It's a 1/2. Enters the battlefield. Create X treasure tokens, where X is the number of artifacts and enchantments your opponents control, which is generally many. I think I don't know, even every precon has a good chunk of artifacts in them. It'd be really funny though, if everyone combined agreed to, what's it called? Just stick it to the Dockside Extortionist player and just not play any artifacts or enchantments at all. But this is a pretty strong. So one side gets a bunch of artifact and treasure tokens, and if you can blink it, all the better for you. Looks like people are quite fine with the Extortionist overall, although it is starting to even out. Red is a popular color. Oops! I ended it quickly. All right, we're not banning it. You get to stay, Dockside. Monkeys. Oh, it's not a monkey. It's a goblin. It's a goblin pirate. It looks like. How is that a goblin? It's just business. It looks like a Ragavan. I can't see it very well though. But apparently this is a goblin pirate, not a monkey pirate. He's got the tail and everything. Am I seeing things? Did anyone make mention of this or ever see that before? Other art is better. Does the other one look like a goblin? See, this guy looks more goblin. This guy looks like a monkey. It looks like a Ragavan or something. It's what they look like on Ixalan. Goblins with tails. Okay. Very bizarre. The original artwork was not a monkey. Goblins on Ixalan look like monkeys. All right, good to know. Robert, Primeval Titan Go Bird. Oh, we're voting on cards that are legal currently. But thank you very much for the super chat. Okay, Displacer Kitten needs to be banned in my opinion. Okay, let's look at Displacer Kitten. Displacer Kitten, the new blinker card. Blink away. I have a feeling that this group is like pretty heavy on like let everything be free. All right, blue 3 generic for a 2/2 cat beast. Really cute picture. This is like the badger, the honey badger. Honey badger going after them mongooses or snakes. Honey badger don't care. It's a cat beast. Avoidance. When you cast a non-creature spell, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you control. Then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Holy crap! I knew this was a blink card. But if you just cast any non-creature spell, you get to blink something? And it's immediate. Like, it's not like Flicker Wisp, where it gets flickered away and comes. You just get to constantly blink stuff constantly. This takes 50-minute turns. I imagine it does. Just use split second to destroy this creature. Oh, easier said than done. Yeah, it is broken. Everything from it's everything from Universes Beyond. Okay, so Kitten basically goes infinite with the new Itali. I wouldn't run this in my blink deck, and that says something. Is this no broken? I don't know what that means. All right, you guys don't seem to think that this is really all that broken, though. So, it lives! Displacer Kitten. You get to stay. All right, what's next? Rhystic Study. There is some argument for Rhystic Study ban, just because, like, the person who has Rhystic Study can just win the game if other people just completely ignore it. And just feed the one person like all their cards. But at the same time, the onus is on those players not to play stupid and give the Rhystic Study player a bunch of cards. Also, there is some incentive for players to just try to win on the spot before the Rhystic Study player, you know, goes wild. I guess what happens is you try to combo off. If you don't combo off, I guess the Ristic Study player then wins. Toes is like, I ban this faster than a fat kid on a donut. Which is probably not that fast anyway. Study is basically auto win in EDH. Is it? You know, like I said, you don't have to. I mean, technically, when a Ristic Study is on the battlefield, everyone should be something like, everyone should slow the game down a lot. Like, you just wait until you can pay the 1, and then it's just basically a Thalia on the battlefield for 3 mana, with the option to ignore it if you really need to. But I think most people just don't pay the 1, and they're just like, let them have a card. Let them have another card. 3 mana is a lot in CDH. Get out of here! It's not. 3 mana is not a lot in CDH. What were those? Mana vaults and stuff? Mana vault, mana crypts. Come on, you got everything. Jesse's like, I run enchantment removal for a reason. They thought I was crazy, but then they're happy when I remove the Ristic Study. Banned for constantly asking if they pay the 1. The problem is all the opponents have to mutually agree to pay attention to it, or someone gets ahead. Yeah, but it is to their benefit to do that. There's always the one player that just lets it go. Yeah, you can have a 1. You can have 1. I want to play my cards. I want to play my cards. Ban expropriate. Zykurin, but then thank you very much for the super chat, by the way. But then he plays Howling Mine with Ristic Study. Well, then everyone gets cards. It's a difference. That's a big difference. All right, we're not banning Ristic Study. Ristic Study, you get to stay. Okay, what's the next card you want? What's the next hotly debated card? Ban expropriate. Expropriate. Oh, this card. Is this really a danger? It's literally a 9 mana card. I don't even know how many decks you even want to play with this card. Blue 7 generic sorcery, Council's Dilemma. Starting with you, each player votes for time or money. For each time vote, take an extra turn after this one. For each money vote, choose a permanent owned by the voter and gain control of it. Gain control of it. Exile, expropriate. I don't know. Will the council go burr? Yeah, basically. Well, no, in this case, it's Council's Dilemma. It's 9 mana. This and Will the Council is so annoying. Okay, what is Will the Council? Okay, this one obviously is gonna get the no. Okay, let's go with Will the Council. Will... Do I got it right? Oh no, it's not called Will the Council. What? Or is that the mechanic? This is Council's Dilemma. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Oh, Will of the Council. I don't know what this card is. Forget it. I'm done. You guys want to vote on Soul? Let's see what you guys think about Soul Ring. But given how you guys have reacted today, I have a feeling this is going to be just easily legal. Okay, we'll look at Soul Ring. Easily the most broken card in every single commander deck, no matter what you're playing. But also the most popular card. It is just politically a super popular card. People love their Soul Rings. Basically, everyone's like, don't touch my Soul Ring. This is my Soul Ring. How many people have votes out there? How many of you have blinged out Soul Rings? Like, you have them artist altered, or you've got a foil version, or you've got, you know, a promo, masterpiece. Maybe you got like an unlimited or beta version of Soul Ring. There's a lot of Soul Rings out there. It's called the illusion of choice. Yeah, it is. Yeah, don't ban my Soul Ring. Take your hands off my Soul Ring. First soul ring is the way. What, alpha? I got me that masterpiece bling. See, that just shows how corrupt you all are. You don't wanna ban soul ring because you've invested big money into some big soul rings. See, I know how this works. You all know this is broken as hell. But everyone's just going to agree. All right, we all get to play with soul rings. So I'm gonna have a nice soul ring. You have the revised one. You got you got the OG image. Where's the OG image here? Let's get all the prints. Oh, there's gonna be new soul rings too. Oh my god. More blinged out stuff. One ring to rule them all, huh? Look at that 30th anniversary one. That is weird looking. They blew up the ring. All right, we're not banning soul ring. We're in agreement here. The new Lord of the Rings soul rings look beautiful. Ban islands. Okay, what other contentious cards do you guys hate? Sarah's Ascendant? I don't think that's that debatable. Ugin the Spirit Dragon? Who would like ban that? Who would care to ban that card? Doesn't seem like a very debatable card to me. Here, these are debatable cards. All right, I'm gonna give this thing 30 seconds on Ugin, and then we're gonna move on. And then we'll go to okay, we're speed running this. All right, that's enough. I saw enough. 81% after 10 seconds. Stop the count! Stop the count. Okay, here's a cooler one. Let's go with Mana Crypt. So the question is, how many people have blinged out their Mana Crypts? That's the real question. How many people blinged out their Mana? Is there any way to bling it out? I think there are some. Yeah, there's some. Oh yeah, there's this one. Some people. What is this, like $800? Whoever went all in on this masterpiece Mana Crypt, they made big money. It's a good idea too. This one's close. Oh, you guys are not sure about this one. It's a lot closer. Zai Current with the super chat. All right, we'll do Grim Monolith next. Thank you very much for the super chat. Crypt is fine. I don't even own one. Well, it is not fine, but, you know, it's fine in the context of EDH. Everyone's just like, all right, let's... See, this is a circle jerk card. Everyone gets to play with these cards. And every so often you have these big turns, and that's just how the game is. But you know what? I mean, there's a beauty to it as well. Like, these cards do speed up the game for all the people who like to have, like, a lot of games in one day. Has Thassa's Oracle been banned? Oh, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't look at Thassa's Oracle. All right. We're not banning Mana Crypt, although that was pretty damn close. All right, Grim Monolith. As says Zai Curran. Okay, are we banning this one? Yeah, we should look at Thassa's Oracle as well. Oops, this is a Q&A. And Q&A. Start a poll. Grim Monolith and Laquatus Great Merfolk. Make it common. Well, that's not gonna happen. It's a rare reserve list card, and it's... I mean, they could make another one. They could make another Grim Monolith-ish type of card if they wanted to. It could be like 2 mana, doesn't untap, add... I don't know, 3 or 4 mana, untap, make it 5 or 6. Just make the untap clause like more harsh. They could do that if they want to. Yeah, they already have Basalt Monolith. You have I mean, if anyone wants a cheap Grim Monolith, it's just Basalt Monolith. Yeah, Q&A. What is ban? What is ban? All right, we're not banning Grim Monolith. All right, here's a cool one. Thassa's Oracle. Yes, yes. The real questions. How do we feel about Thassa's Oracle? And the next one will go Urtai. Whatever the hell this is. I don't even know what that is. Thassa's Oracle is like the de facto combo kill in most decks. It's not even hard to win with Thassa's Oracle, which is a big problem. At least Laboratory Maniac forced you to draw a card in order to win the game. This is blue, a 1/3 creature, and if your devotion is equal or greater than the number of cards in your library, you win the game. And even if you kill the Thassa's Oracle, it doesn't matter, because if you have no library, your devotion is equal to 0. It should have said greater than. Like, your devotion had to be greater than the number of cards in your library, and maybe that would have made it, like, a little bit fair, but probably not. When Thassa's Oracle enters the battlefield, you win the game, essentially. Yes. Essentially. CDH people don't think we need to ban Thoracle, and I agree. You're probably a CEDH player. Oracle, very boring win too. Now, the other argument is that... Oh god. A bunch of cards, a bunch of lands just fell on the ground. Why do I even keep this pile of cards here? It's just a giant accident waiting to happen. So now an argument for Thoracle is that it's just a clean, easy way to win the game. There's going to be some combo kill in Magic for, like, it's either going to be this or something else. And it might be a little bit more cumbersome to win the game when the combo kill is very evident. But Thassa's just a clean way. End the game, scoop it up, play another one. Thoracle is good for the format, changed my mind. That, well... It's a matter of debate. You guys want to ban Thassa's Oracle? All right, Thassa's Oracle, you are eliminated. Wow, look at all the hate for Thassa's Oracle. So even you guys are pretty hardcore about what's legal. You do come to a consensus that Thassa's Oracle is broken. Okay, what is this card? Tally, Primal Conqueror. What the hell is that? Like, is this? Are you memeing on me? Am I getting memed here? Okay, red. It's a gigantic, stupid dinosaur. How broken could it be? It's a 7/7 trampler. You have to be in mono red if you play this. Oh no, you get to be in Gruul. Sorry, you got a little bit of an ability down here. Enters the battlefield. Each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may cast any number of spells from among the non-land cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs. Oh, interesting. So you get like it's like Cascade, but against your opponents. Alright, so, and then you got Phyrexian and 9 mana. Good luck having that mana. Transform Italia. Activate only as a sorcery. Then it becomes an 11/11. Italia Primal Sickness. There's not that much meat on those bones anymore. Phyrexian Elder Dinosaur. Trample Indestructible. When it deals combat damage to a player, they get that many poison counters. Oh, God. So basically a one-shot kill. It's got Trample. It's just like... I guess it's a legendary creature that, in theory, can become a Blightsteel Colossus. Anyway, unanimous. It's a no. Were you trying to prove a point or something, Crowcore Games? Were you trying to prove a point to your friends? This should be banned. Well, it should not. It's gonna live. Did people mean the first Italy? Is there another one? No, you said Primal Conqueror. Alright. 11 poison. Oh no. At that point of the game, they should just probably end. Underworld Breach. Alright, that's an interesting one. Because that's like a very competitive card. Also banned in a lot of formats as it is. So are we banning Underworld Breach? It's a red 1 generic enchantment. Each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost plus 3, plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. At the beginning of each end step, sacrifice Underworld Breach. And if I understand, what's it called? What's that other card? Yawgmoth's Will is not banned in Commander. So I don't see why this one would have to be as well. Only see it in EDH decks, so I say no. So most people don't even care to play this card. You do sort of have to build your deck around this. Like, it's not that free. Gotta need some cheap stuff. Thoracle isn't useful outside... isn't useful outside its combos. Underworld breaches. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This thing is a 1/3 that scries on the top of the deck, and then it's like a small wall. The value, people. The value. And then it can combo off for the win. Either you ban Kitty or Italia. I don't even know. Oh, wow. I have no idea what you're going on about here. That Italia card is fine. There was 80% said no, and 80% here also says no. All right, Underworld Breach, you get to survive the ban list. Okay, Jess says ban Gazella, Blade of Gold Knight. What's the problem here? I thought we would be looking at, like, hotly debated cards, and we did go through quite a few of them. Now we're just going through, like, a bunch of weird jank. White, white, red, 4 generic for a 5/5 angel. Flying first strike. If a source would deal damage to an opponent or permanent a player controls, that source deals double that damage to that player or permanent instead. If a source would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, prevent half of that damage rounded up. So you deal double the damage to your opponents, you reduce damage to yourself, but you can still get combo killed to death. Also, if this thing dies, then it's all over. Nikachu, new Italia goes infinite with Displacer Kitten. What's the new Italia? Okay, this is a hard no. Italia! Is this the new Italia? No, this is the new Italia. It combos off with Displacer Kitten. Each player exiles the top card of their library until they hit a non-land card. You may cast the, and then Displacer Kitten says Displacer Kitten. I don't understand how this works. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, but you can hit a creature off of this. Which one is the new? Is this the new Italia? Whenever it attacks, exile the top card of each player's library, then you may cast any number of spells from among them. I don't see how it combos infinitely. Yes, it casts both players' libraries. It's busted. New Italia goes infinite with Displacer, which isn't in its colors, so you'd have to run a different commander. It's each player? Yeah, I get that. Each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. But what if they all hit creatures? Is what I'm saying. Because Displacer Kitten, where's Displacer Kitten? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile. But if each player, if you all hit a creature, then doesn't it just like, isn't it over? Yeah, it is an infinite, you people. Not as I see it. I can read. I don't even play this format. It's probably going to win. Like it's statistically going to go through. Thank you very much, Yuki. I really appreciate it. Sure, but it's broken. All right, so it's not infinite. You people confuse the hell out of me. All right, you heard the music. All right, so what do we have? Anyway, Italia Primal Conqueror, that's fine. It's a really expensive, clunky 2-card combo if you combo with Displacer Kitten. Really clunky. I think it's fine. All right, that's it for Coffee and MTG today. All right, Coffee Crew, thank you very much for voting what you think should be banned or not, or unbanned. It's interesting to hear the community's reaction to the actual ban list. Although it's not always clean. There's a lot of you, like, you know, 40, 55, or 45% that agrees with the ban list. So then I guess that's why it stays banned. Or it is unbanned. All right, if you want to be part of the conversation, be here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thank you very much to everyone who supports the channel with Super Chats. You're a member on YouTube or you're a patron on Patreon. Because of that support, I am here every single morning for all of you. But we also got to thank the Coffee Crew for being here in the morning. People like Yo Little Ted, Summer, Burning Paper Sun. We got Crowcore Games, Yo Little Ted again. Jess. We got Mr. Deadhead, Yuki, Toads. Jacob, because the Coffee Crew, without you guys, I'd have no show. So as usual, keep brewing up them coffees, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at